Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Priyanka Singh Jadon. I'm the co-coordinator of this FDP, and I'm working as an assistant professor at Oriental College of Management. It is my pleasure to welcome you all for the first session of FDP on academic writing, use of AI, and other tools. Before we begin, I would like to tell you something about the speaker of this session. Our resource person, Mr. Ashish Gupta, will be joining us soon.
Hello everyone, I am audible. Good evening everyone, I am audible.
Thank you for joining us, sir. We are very proud to have Mr. Ashish Gupta, who is presently working as a full-time faculty in marketing area at South Asian University, New Delhi. Previously, he worked with Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, New Delhi, and several other renowned institutions. His research interests are marketing, consumer behavior, and general management. Sir has over 10 plus years of teaching experience, and he has a monumental research experience and has published several papers in renowned journals and conferences. In today's session with Sir, we look forward for gaining valuable insights into how AI and other tools can be used in academic writing. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. And now I am sharing my screen. Please confirm when you see my screen. Hello everyone, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, my screen is visible to you all. Please confirm.
Yeah, PPT is showing, sir.
Okay, great. That I want to confirm. Thank you so much. So very good evening, everyone. Thank you so much to the organizers for inviting me in this AICTE sponsored ATAL FDP. And I am going to be speaking on academic writing using AI tools, which is also the theme of this workshop or FDP. I request the participants, if they have any questions, they may raise hand, or they can raise questions also, or I will take up questions at the end. So I will be perfectly fine if anyone having any questions.
The questions can be taken at the end, sir.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, there's no problem. Questions can be taken at the end. I invite participants if they would be having any questions. Thank you. So before we proceed, there's a question that comes in mind that we all are in academia. We all are, working towards building academic community. Professionally, we are contributing so many things, through research papers, through case studies, to writing a lot of articles. So when we talk about research, definitely it creates a lot of curiosity in our mind, what to do new, how we can contribute new. And today I can say strongly that many of us are using AI as a tool to get new ideas, and how this AI can assist us in understanding the problem, research problems, and how we can execute the assistance that we take from AI, that we can achieve some purpose, right? So it is also fitted to the context of our academic writing perspective. So my session plan is comprising the following points. We talk about AI and academic writing. We will talk about AI literacy for educators and researchers.
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Please go on the slideshow and start the full screens thing.
Okay. Please confirm. It is fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my session plan will talk about how do we understand the AI phenomena in academic writing. We all are either masters, we can say, expert of academic writing. Some of them are learning how to develop academic writing skills, and scholars are learning new tools, new pedagogy to develop research approaches. Another thing is that how do we really need AI literacy for educators and researchers? We'll talk about, and I will discuss a quick report with you that talks about why we need AI literacy for educators and content writing that I will be speaking in my coming slide. So it includes how we generate content, how do we edit, how do we structure the scholarly work. I have seen recently that I'm taking example of my own PhD student. He started some work on writing a paper, and it took a lot of time. When I see my style of working, my style of discussion, it takes a lot of time to define the topic and the problem that we should start before we publish. What I noticed recently, the scholars are smart now. The scholars are putting the problem on GPT or any tool that they like, and they get a lot of information that how this domain can be explored, how this domain can be developed as a research paper, how this research problem can be extended, industry selection, contextual problem, resource gap. So my student has sudden immediately, developed a document, and she came to me to discuss that I have developed a draft PPT for discussion, and let's highlight the topic for research paper. So I was shocked actually at how fast he is. And I took normally a week time to think, to revise, to criticize myself whether this problem is doable, this problem is not doable. I have to read at least 50 to 60 papers before we proceed. But things are so fast. So then I asked, have you applied any LLM tool? Well, yes, sir, I applied LLM tool. Why to waste time in just doing and there are a lot of tools help me in synthesizing and collecting the data. And I have all the points with me, and I would like to discuss. And some of the points are very very important. And even I was not thinking into the direction that AI has helped us. There's no harm. If AI is helping you, it is directing you, it is giving a direction to your work, there's no harm. But again, I reiterate my statement, don't be fully dependent on AI tools. Do apply your own knowledge for that. Right? So it increases efficiency. Yes, I have seen personally in my PhD students the efficiency, the speed they do, but yes, it is also important, are they doing ethically? Are they not copying, pasting everything what I am when they see ethical concern comes, right? Because scholar may find shortcuts to many things, but as a senior academic, you have to always, give a nudge to those people that whatever you do, go expect. Not today, but in future, no problem should come. And now we have a tool also, Turnitin and many other software that help us to, examine the AI writing component. In fact, the journals are also using this AI writing component because most of, or in fact, many of the editors, because I am also the editorial board member of good journals in marketing. So normally this problem comes when a lot of submissions are happening using AI generated content, where uh, it is also noticed that the authors are also humanizing the content by using some tools. Yes, there are tools, Quillboard, Grammarly, and some other efficient tool also which actually humanize the content of AI. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. So people are claiming the content is their own, but the content is created by software or the AI. So where we have to little concern about that, what should be a threshold criteria to what extent I should use. So as of now, AI writing, internet is not traceable to 20%. Any question? Someone open the mic. Any question? Should I proceed? Someone in between open the mic. Question? Okay, I'm continuing now. So when we say who is affected, who is involved in this, so who are the stakeholders for whom we should think of using AI, right? So AI is very much into now your assessment. AI is very much into now for writing essay and assignment. So should we allow the student to use AI? I did this experiment in my class. I have given a group assignment to the people for evaluation and assessment, and I asked them to use, you know, ChatGPT or any tool, but they have to share the prompt with me. What prompt they have used to apply to get the assignment. So I have given some weightage to understand the skills the students are using and how they are. So I did this experiment in my previous semester class where I thought that students should come with new idea and students are smart now. They do understand. They are better a learner than me because of they have so many accesses to softwares now, platforms now, and they are applying. And they did some assignment in my course which was having AI used. When I check the submitting check for my student assignment, normally I do before the assessment for similarity and AI. Some of the assignments were high on the AI use, some of the assignments were low on the AI use. But the most important part for me that the prompt that they have shared with me, it was really, kind of to say, they have tried and tested many prompts, many queries to get the data. So students are the major stakeholder in your AI academic writing because directly or indirectly, they are part and parcel of our academic discussion to classroom discussion, assignment submission, grade assessment. So they are one of the strong, important stakeholders. Another side of the stakeholder is researchers and academics. So how we as a academic, as a professor, as a faculty, how do we apply, this as a in drafting the paper or even literature reviews are drafted now using AI tools. So AI tools are very much into the like Jenny. So Jenny AI is I have heard a lot about this. Jenny AI is a tool which helps a lot in Grammarly is also helping now in Quillboard is now helping the in academic writing, right? Paperpulse is helping into the academic writing. So there are several tools who are actually helping in drafting the paper, revising the paper, adding lot of sections into the paper, but it is all based on the prompt that they receive from the writer or the author. Right. Third stakeholder of your academic is your educators and who are having concern. This concern may vary low to high, whether they are seriously concerned about the plagiarism and integrity. So do they have any guidelines into the university? And now universities are coming up with the guidelines, right? If you are aware of, recently ICSSR announced research projects for submission, major and minor projects, where they have asked an undertaking. They have asked an undertaking from the author or from the project investigators to submit the AI use. To what extent the content was generated from AI. This has I have been seen first time through ISSR submission, right? Uh, Let me just a moment. I would like to share this with you. Those who have uh, submitted, they are already knowing this has happened recently in the project submission. You know, just, yeah. So I would like to share my form with So I took the permission from my university for plagiarism and AI detection report. Right? So recently I submitted a research project to ICSSR, and I supposed to take this from my university. Please confirm if it is visible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So you can see the verification. It has been signed by the Dean Research of my university, and it is very much coming into the proposal now. You can see. So AI detection. It is very. It has become a very important now, and this is to certify that research proposal has been checked using appropriate plagiarism detection software and AI content detection tool. So I have access to Turnitin in my university. I did check my proposal on Turnitin, where the plagiarism was less than 10%, which is acceptable, right? I have revised the proposal and I brought the proposal to less than 10%, and which is within the limit. And there was no AI generated content for the question. Someone speaking in between. I continue. Any question in between? So it is signed by the dean of my university, and he actually asked for a printout of the report. That he wanted to check the output of the submitting, and I have shared the report with her. This is an important perspective. Now you can see the submitted report which I have submitted to the dean office before they actually sign my report. So it is important to and now things are more focused on ethical, transparent, and it is important for the university and the institution to bring transparency and ethically guided principles that exist in institutions. So both academic institution reputation and the reputation of their faculty members should be protected. You are also aware now that journals are now started retracting the paper. So in retraction, even if the paper was published 5 years back or 10 years back, it may be rejected at any point of time if the paper falls within the criteria of retraction, where the retraction happens due to misuse of data. Data was not reported significantly, sufficiently. There is no evidence of data. False data was collected, right? And no ethical approval was taken from the respondent. So there are several reasons for retraction in the papers, right? So this is also a threat or a challenge for the academic writers, for the professors, and in the foreign universities, people are actually facing a lot of problems because of their contracts are rejected because if they are involved in such kind of, they are considered as academic misconduct. So their processes, their rules are. One of the important stakeholders is AI developers. AI developers who are actually getting feedback from us as a user, like Grammarly AI, Jasper. These are the developers who understand the use of AI from the perspective of academic writers, and they would like to improve upon. They wanted to improve the algorithm, so they increase the customer satisfaction rate, they increase the customer engagement rate, and they can increase the sales of their software. So AI developers are also interested to understand the writing perspective, what authors want, what kind of features they would like to. And I was reading a report of PaperPal. PaperPal is also a tool that assists authors. So they conducted a survey from the users, And many users submitted a feedback that paper is not helping them into automated referencing. So once they got sufficient responses from the users, they asked and they developed AI code or API features in their software who are now assisting the authors to develop reference, right? Otherwise, we have some other references tool like Zotero, Mendeley. There are tools which help us, references. But now they have paperful integrated automated reference into their software itself. So the users should not move from their portal to another portal. Publishers. Publishers are also stakeholders in this academic writing because they have to see to what extent uh, the AI generated content should be used. AI generated content should be allowed in the publication. That is important. So if you are publishing in top journals like Springer, Emerald, Wiley, Sage, Chapter, you definitely see the AI submission guidelines, and you have to acknowledge that I will show you what content that you will see, but they have a checklist and they ask the author to sign to check whether the content is generated through AI or it is your own content, to what extent the content was used. So these guidelines are coming up. Publishers are also refining them. They are improving the guidelines and they are implementing before anyone submits the paper to their journal. So, this ecosystem is evolving. AI, no one can deny that you should not use, people should use it, but to what extent, how, ethical, unethical, assistant, fully dependent. These are the important perspectives that you should see before you proceed in AI. But it is true that we all are living in the age of AI. We can't say we will not. We should use, but we should define threshold because people believe in originality, and people also believe that originality comes from human thinking, critical thinking, debate, discussion. AI tools are definitely helpful, but they are just for assistance. People should not be dependent on it. That's the line of thought that everybody is talking about. Maybe in future we can see the day will come that AI generated papers may be published, right? And many journals are, which will be low standard journals, who are publishing even without getting, but no top publisher is considering AI journals, right? They still feel that content should be original. They only allow less than 20% content that can be used for A that can be taken from AI, not the 80% of the content can be taken from that type of threshold. I am involved in editorial review or editorial board also journal. So this is a quite common discussion among editors. So how the publishers are drafting the guidelines, content generation, image generation, table. In fact, people are very smart. They are generating images, table, figures of fake data. People are creating fake data also. So the data authentication is also important. So if you are submitting any paper to journal, to only top, I'm talking about good publishers, right? I'm not talking about journals who take 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees for publication. I'm not talking about, right? They can publish anything. So I'm not questioning their integrity because it's their business, right? So I'm talking about the journals who take your time, who take review process seriously, who immediately reject the paper, right? If it not meet the standards, right? So they consider those writings seriously. And the journals who take 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 rupees, they publish the paper overnight. So you submit paper today, tomorrow you will get that. So this is also a market in India that exists, and a lot of publishers are making business. So we should understand, right, that where we are publishing, what we are publishing, and it is very easy now to use AI content. And one professor, what any author can publish 100 papers in if AI generates. So it could be a record. So professor can make record of publishing 100 papers if AI tools are helping. But again, industry is taking this as a serious. Another question that I drafted for discussion is, when does or did this occur or become relevant? When it become relevant? Because it was not so dated. We were not using. I remember I had been a full-time student in 2010, 2013 when I was pursuing my 16 years back. I was a student. No discussion on AI, no AI. In fact, we have to collect the data to visit from the library, one library to another library. Lot of challenge. Even in fact, we were not having software for calculation. I have to come to IIT Delhi. I am Lucknow for my data collection and my software. A lot of challenges of my time. Even before, when we see the people who completed PhD in 1980s or 1990s, it was a very challenging for getting the data was difficult, right? So just suddenly the technological advances have seen a lot of changes. So around 20 to 23, large language model. The concept of large language model came into existence. OpenAI, ChatGPT. So ChatGPT started the debate of widespread adoption of technology. ChatGPT can solve so many problems. ChatGPT can create images. ChatGPT can create suggestions. ChatGPT creates so many things. So it is not very dated. Just 3, 4 years back down the line, when people started talking about it. And ChatGPT was also into the learning stage. They are also collecting the data from the market, and they are refining themselves and they are fine-tuning themselves to get more accurate output from the users. And before that, as I mentioned earlier, word processor has seen a lot of significant MS Word, autocomplete, auto suggestion, spelling suggestion. Although it was not completely AI, but Microsoft has tried to make significant improvements in word processor. So word processor is a common tool that we all use in day to day, but it has also seen significant changes over time. And maybe in the time to come, we see more advanced version of AI, right? AI will become more smart day by day. So we should wisely use, judiciously use AI into any with respect to our academic writing. And I will not say do not use it. I have started experimenting with my students, with my PhD students. Use it, but you should also develop the threshold to what extent I should use it not. Right? That threshold always will be your guiding light to develop criteria that I am techno-pro. I want to use technology, but I don't want to misuse the technology for my benefit that create problem in future for me, for my stakeholders, for my students, or for anyone. And the same philosophy should go to the student. We should not stop the student to use AI. Students should use it, helps in thinking. But again, a question mark. We should also parallelly give some exercise for classroom discussion that enhances their critical thinking component. The sole dependency on ChatGPT may also hamper. This is also research, right? I will discuss in my future slide because this is also a topic of research for many students, and people are pursuing PhD in AI in research, AI in education, AI in academic writing. So I have gathered some research inputs which I will share shortly. When you see where it is happening globally, yes, it is happening globally. We are not something, we are using something unique. Everyone. In fact, the Asia Pacific region is the highest user of the chat AI, large language model and the AI platform. Right? Universities, schools are one of the platforms who are using. Faculty members are using, your AI tools for course outline development, assessment, grading. Right? I will quickly talk about tools in my coming slide. Research environment, lab, journals, digital workspace, online platforms like Google Scholar. Anyone has seen the recent development in Google Scholar? They have added new component in Google Scholar. Anyone notice this? AI Scholar Lab. So when you see the Google Scholar recently added a component called AI Scholar Lab or something with this terminology. So it is important to see that Google Scholar is also now thinking of using AI tools to collect the data, collect the papers based on the user queries. That is important perspective. Your writing apps, content writing apps, those who are integrating, writing platforms, they are. So why is this phenomenon occurring? Because people are facing difficulty in handling writing tasks. Time constraints in academia. Many people say that we don't have time to write. I'm also struggling. I also don't have time to write because we have classes, we have administrative duties, but at the end of the day, when we sit for promotion, committee asks for publication. But committee don't have any provision that faculty should get at least some time in a week to work upon research paper. Nobody even talks about in the department. No director talks about. But when professors sit in the promotion, definitely the committee asks for how many publications you did. But nobody say that we understand you don't have time because you were overburdened with administration. So it is a silent debate within us that time constraint. So people certainly wanted to use this as a tool, and AI process the data quickly, it process the query quickly, so it saves our time. But it also have a academic misconduct, academic dishonesty. It reduces critical thinking component that comes with that. So when we see this perspective, we say what should be the threshold. We have to define the threshold. That's why universities, associations, research organizations are actually coming up with the guidelines. That's important. And recently, I came up with a report that shares a report with you. Yeah, please confirm if it is visible to you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is a recent report which I was reading from last 1 or 2 days to prepare myself for this session. AI competency framework for teachers, right? It is very relevant for us because we all are into this profession, and AI use is not limited to few countries. AI use is widely spread to many countries, right? So when you see this perspective that guiding teachers on AI use and misuse in education. That's an important perspective for us, right? AI use and misuse, right? Many countries even do not have any framework how they should train their faculty. And certainly faculty should be trained on use of AI, right? And this report has identified 15 competencies across different levels, right? So they have identified three progression levels: acquire, deepen, and create, to which they have able to identify the 15, competencies that every faculty must have when they are thinking of. And they have also mentioned by 2022, only 7 countries had developed AI framework for programs for teachers. It is not a surprise for Indians that we do not have as such any guidelines. We don't have any protocol. We do not have any, guiding principles in the university who say we should use AI with precaution, or some guidelines to what to use, to what not to use in AI. It is, yes. So it is important perspective. This report may give some reflection to our academic bodies, to our the people who are into the academia. It is really needed actually. It is an important perspective because you cannot bypass the use of AI. We cannot. We have to think of AI. We have to think of ethical use of AI. How we have to think of AI pedagogy that uses AI, how the AI pedagogy can help, the student, the learner, and the people who are, so competency framework for teachers is an important milestone for all of us. It is very important for us to understand, while going through this report, I have seen there are on page number going through this. So AI, this is a very comprehensive report of 52 pages. It talks about different aspects, competency framework, high level structure. So when we talk about how we should acquire, how we should deepen, how we should create, right? So human-centered mindset. We all are human. So we have to look at whether AI tools are human-centered. Do they understand the human? Do they understand the problem, the simplicity, or the issues that we have, right? The first perspective. Second is ethics of AI. Do we have ethical principles? Do we understand safe and responsible use of AI? How we define the AI rules, ethical rules within the organization is very important. We should use basic, we should use advanced, how we should apply the skill, like we say that should we use AI for course mapping, should we use AI for CUPU mapping, like CUPU is very common technology. I have while meeting with some NBA people. So they look for CUPU, course objective, program of our the professor's entire semester is going to CUPU mapping. Sometimes I see faculty literally struggle in mapping of CUPU, right? In that year going CUPU mapping. What actually go? Nothing. Even sometimes faculty members is not able to defend what is CU, what is PU, they don't understand the meaning of CUPU. And the course is delivered, course is completed, course is evaluated, student pass the course, student get it. But the CUPU remain a dilemma, right? So it is important whether how AI can assist us because it is just a time killing activity. Faculty members are involved in so many activities which are just time consuming. Faculty members may invest their time in some productive activity where they learn something, they contribute something, and they are now investing their time in mapping COP. It's also exercise that institution do. So how to create? See, these kind of jobs very much can be done through AI tools, right? Once you feed with command, easily done. AI-based teaching, AI-based pedagogy integration, AI-based evaluation, AI-based assessment. So some component help us, that help us. We are not fully dependent, but we certainly seek assistance in teaching, pedagogy, and for self-learning, self-development, right? It is important perspective to support professional transformation, to support learning, and believe that if you save time, if you are really putting your time in productivity, some good outcome will come. Otherwise, our life always go into UPU mapping throughout our career. So you need time, that is important perspective. You have to define the threshold to what extent I should use AI, I should not use AI. I have to define where I have to publish, not every journal. We have to be confined that we have to decide what should be the rule of the game if I publish, right? Should I publish in good journal? Is a struggle also? Yes, it's time taking also. Or should I go for paid publication because I want to go for shortcut? So today I submit the paper, tomorrow my paper will be published. Within a 24 hours, there are so many publishers who publish paper in 24 hours. Right? So this is important perspective to look at this. So this report, you can download the report or I can share the report later. So this is an important thing that we should know how AI is actually creating an ecosystem of we should be aware of. When we say ethical consideration challenges, so when ethical, I was reading a research paper. So this has been taken from a research paper, right? So when they say how ethical is AI, they have divided in what is acceptable, what is contingent, what is suspect, right? So we should use AI in grammar and spelling check. Acceptable, fine. It improves your reading skills, it improves your writing skills, right? But even if you are using grammar and spelling through Grammarly, Quillboard, and any humanizing Jenny AI, whatever tool that, but always read once or twice so that you should have at least your confidence that the content is good enough to go. Good to go. Readability, yes. You can use those software to reflect on your own voice, critical thinking with enhanced readability, but read once in your own critical thinking also. Don't be like language translation, yes, but that is fine. AI tools can help you in editing AI translation from your own voice. That is acceptable. No problem. What is contingent? Generating outline from content, summarizing content, improving clarity, brainstorm idea. You can use, but you have to revise it. It's a 50-50 kind of, right? It may help you, but you should apply your own chat, right? Ensure funnel product reflect your own idea. Ensure AI editing do not alter the key meaning. Ensure appropriate attribution of credit in your idea. Don't just take everything and anything that is generated through AI. That's the challenge. Ethically suspect, not recommended paste. Draft the text, entire text, you give literature. Don't do that. You will be caught. Yeah. Retractions are happening. Right? Paper was published in 2018-20, but retractions are happening in 2025. Journal is writing apology. Journals are writing apology for publishing the paper because of not having the tool to retract the paper to identify that there was a lot of fake data has been. But now the tools are available. Ethical compliance, checking for plagiarism, that is equal to, so ethically acceptable, ethically contingent, and ethically suspect. So I have read a paper, artificial intelligence assisted identification. That is because this is a part of the research also, part of research. So when you look at industry, now coming to, because I'm into business education, business management, so I always look at business. It's a business, yes, it's a business for the chatbot, for AI powered tools, for intelligent tutoring system, and industry is growing fantastically, growing compound annual growth rate of 31.2%. Amazing. Because they see the potential. They see the potential and people are downloading the app. People are subscribing the app. People are using the app. Chatbot, learning analytics, student engagement, optimizing teaching. And there are a lot of tools, lot of things that are happening from the industry, and developers are really paying attention. Developers are developing those tools. So who is driving the market? I was reading a report from there. I have taken this snapshot. Driver demand for personalized learning. People want to focus on what they want to learn. So AI is actually helping the reader to personalize the reading content. They understand the taste. They understand the preference of the reader, user. And over the period of time, digital education has become prevalent, and especially after the COVID-19. Online classes, online discussion, online meeting, online session, online courses on high. So that has also given rise to the industry of e-learning, digital learning, AI tools, like chatbot. They are emerging. Right? But some of the institutions are reluctant to replace AI with traditional methods, and they would like to maintain the balance. The challenge. Right? There are a lot of opportunities for demand for AI-powered assessment, AI-powered suggestions, AI-powered pedagogy tools, learning analytics, lot of. In fact, the simulation that we use now, the companies are making simulations for classroom discussions using AI generated content, applying different situations. Because I used simulations for my class in marketing, and over a period of time, I have seen the content and the availability of content has grown because a lot of content in simulation is generated through different applications of AI, generative AI. Right? Initially, there were only two, three simulations, but now there are 10 to 20 simulations in the same topic, the same problem. Right? It is happening. But the challenge is how we can control the misuse of AI tools for unethical practices. This is also industry is also realizing this is important. And gradually, the top journals will stop publishing papers who have high percentage of AI writing. So you can see this industry is increasing, and especially you see the Asia Pacific region. In the 2030 or 2026, you see the graph, especially for Asia Pacific graph is increasing, and we are in Asia Pacific. And it is true that Asia Pacific region is highest consumer of, or the major consumer of the AI. North America is also, because most of the technology is coming from the North American market. Right? Whether you talk about Grok, supported by X, former Twitter, now see OpenAI, we talk about Meta, they all are coming from North America, right? So their base is from North America, and they are diffusing the technology. You look at the segment, there are different segments has been emerged: learning platform, virtual facilitators, intelligent tutoring system, smart content developers, fraud and risk management, others. So the market is wide. It is not just limited to writing. No, it is not just limited to writing. Market is taking a different way to explore new opportunities in AI. We are certainly affected to this. You just look at the platform. Tools, I was talking about AI tools. So AI tools are categorized, right? Learning management software, Microsoft, Alibaba Cloud, Cengage Group, Aleph, K12, Skillsoft, a lot of adaptive learning tools, Amira, Cengage, Newton, Century, Think. They are the top leaders in the industry when we say AI tools in writing, AI tools in education, chatbots, Duolingo. Duolingo is the best example to understand. Basic mobile app has been converted into a very strong AI tool now. Grammarly, AWS, right? Amazon Web Services, Google Scholar, right? IBM Watson, right? So you see automated grading, feedback, Grammarly, Great Learning, Quizlet, automated questions, grading systems are happening now. Universities are using that. Universities are using that, right? OpenAI, content generation. So we are into that content. OpenAI, Canva. Canva is having AI tools to design your presentations. Quillboard, content writing. Humanize the content. Quillboard. So it is rephrasing the content. Specify, right? Quiz, query for lot of tools. This entire slide is highlighting, these are the industry masters. So I have taken this from industry report, which highlights that there are leading players who are investing high into, AI in an AI market, especially for writing, especially for universities, especially for, this writing businesses. So when you see the market segment, you see professional development program. People can go for consulting also. Consulting, it helps in content writing, editing services, instructional services. These all are a part of your AI. And major pie goes to data analytics, right? So companies are starting their data analytics services, data processing, data collection. These are happening within education segment, within the AI. So this is reflecting upon, the writing industry or education industry. So as a business professional, you should understand that how the industry is growing. So many in the time to come, these companies will pitch our universities, our institutions to subscribe this platform. And we would be user of this platform because once they pitch the idea and uh, the, the, the leaders of the institution agree, have consent to procure, it will come as a platform and we should be ready. We should be ready to use this platform. And somehow, sooner or later, they are pitching us also in our institution. Now, I'm coming to some research part, right? So, why research part? Because we all are researchers. We are pursuing a lot of research in different domain. But this is another domain which has emerged, right? Which has emerged. So you will see, it has become an interest for many people that how we can explore new areas and avenues of research. So I read two papers, AI in academic writing, is published. So this paper highlighted understanding, how AI helps in academic writing, how AI helps and facilitates in generating idea, how you can take assistance in your reading, drafting, editing, improve structure, right? Improve your editing and review, right? Assisting in communication. So AI can do many things for you, but you need your personal check also, right? So this paper highlights, and this is a matter of research also. Those who want to start some research, they can start a research in public. I AI tools for academic research. It talks about Scribble, it talks about Quillboard, it talks about Semantic Scholar, it talks about Atlas.ti, Power BI, Hyperwrite, it talks about Elicit, it talks about, Midjourney, DAL-E is a tool that create realistic graphics, right? Hyperwrite is a tool to generate hypertext. Semantic Scholar is a tool for literature review and is a limited capacity, right? Elicit is a tool for summarizing papers. Maestra is a tool for transcribing interviews, right? Paperpal is a tool for writing papers. Quillboard, paraphrasing, a lateral, organizing documents. Consensus, tool for summarizing PDF. So a lot of tools, lot of tools. It is us who decide my library today morning, and it was good to see that I have in my library a few books are in library which talks about AI. Using AI in academic writing is an important perspective for scholars who are pursuing PhD, scholars who are about to complete a PhD. It is very important to understand the AI, power of AI, ethical use of AI, responsible use of AI. So if any of the institution would like to subscribe, these are fantastic books I have gone through in the morning library, the content, the support, but they are aligned to the ethical academic AI. That is important perspective. How they are not saying don't use it, but how you should use it is more important. To what extent you should use it. There are several tools. Tools will help you, but please give your own thought that this tool is helping, this tool is not. Otherwise, there are a lot of data theft, privacy theft is also value. These are two other books which I have seen that talks about academic writing and publishing, the craft of scientific writing. These are also nice books which I have seen today morning in my library, which talks about how scientific writing is evolving. The way we started writing in 10 years back, sorry, its writing has changed, completely changed. The structure, the style, and the way we approach the hypothesis, data analysis, new methods, new techniques have evolved over a period of time. So this is how you see the perspective. Now you see, the checklist. The checklist is important. I will also recommend to use. I'm not saying I'm not prohibiting the use it, but use it judiciously, right? So carefully read if you have any AI policy in your institution. If not, adapt other standards like ICA Qatar. UGC guidelines on AI use, check publishers' AI policy as they were widely on the website. If you are writing for publishing, right? Even if you are writing for thesis, your thesis has to check on submitting AI report has to be generated for PhD thesis. It will save your knowledge. Right? Very soon, UGC is bringing up a change in AI. There is a regulation on academic integrity. If you are not aware of, do Google search and download the PDF of UGC regulation on academic integrity. That that the regulation has a penalty for professors. Right? Very soon, they are going to update this regulation with use of AI, ethical use of AI. UGC team is working, and maybe sooner or later, or maybe we are getting new body of from MHRE who will regulate. They may brought this regulation, but academic integrity regulation we should download. Everyone should download. If those who are aware of, it is very good. Those who are not aware of, they should have at least have one copy of the regulation. Uh, I'm not sure how many universities are following this, but at any point of time, it may be. Understand what is permissible. You have to see, as I've seen, what is acceptable, what is contingent, what is not acceptable. So develop this. What is permitted, what is prohibited. Use AI tool as supportive tool. Don't find this as a replacement for the future. Human thinking cannot be replaced by any technology. Technology can assist. Technology can ease your job, right? Technology can handle complexity to relatively easy, but cannot replace. Believe in your critical thinking. Do take assistance, but don't compromise your critical thinking. Avoid using AI generated figure image visualization. I have personally suffered with this because I am editing a book with Emerald. There are a lot of chapters submitted, and publisher has sent back chapters at the very later stage of finalization that ask your author to change the images because these images are AI generated. There is no proof of it. It is not author created or it is created. It is AI. So we wrote to authors again that kindly either create the image or replace or delete it. Publisher will not take this AI judgment. It's important for us. I have personally experienced this. Edit all AI associated content for accuracy. Align your own knowledge, even if it is used through Grammarly, it is used through Paperful, it is used through Quillboard, it is used through Genie AI, it is used through Maestro, it is used through, Paperpie, it is used through Dale, it is used. There are so many tools which are available. But do apply, align your own knowledge. Include a statement if it is used, AI used in acknowledgement, delegate section. Journal will definitely ask you, and the top journals are asked on this. So this is a checklist to understand ethical use of AI. Now, I see few minutes to question answer, and thank you so much. I stop here, and I invite question and answer if anyone have or they would like to share their own experience of use of ChatGPT, how AI helped them, how AI created nuances for them. I welcome the time.
Sure, sir. We are opening the sessions for questions. Anyone who wants to ask questions?
Anyone has any question?
I think not, sir.
I think people are raising hands. I don't know whether it's for question or for what.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find that. Sir, the question is from one participant: is AI a boon or for research or not, and how can we use it more effectively?
The chat box? Where?
Somebody has DM me, sir.
Okay. Please pardon the question. I missed the question. Yeah.
AI is a boon for research or not, and how can we use AI more effectively?
Yeah, AI tools are very much into research. You can use research tools in your research. What I said, there are a lot of tools which are available to the scholars, but you have to use it judiciously. You have to define the boundaries of your use that I to what extent I should use it. When I check the manuscript or any proposal in the system, normally AI said the proposal is okay if it is less than 20%. If your content is going above 20%, it is flagged, the content that specified this content is generated through AI, not written by or written by the AI content only. So it is important to look at the perspective that AI tools are very much helpful. There is no denial that AI cannot help. AI can help, and but it is we as a scholar, we as a student, we have to see to what extent we have to apply to AI. I'm applying AI for literature review. I'm applying AI for methodology. I'm applying for writing, improving my English. But remember, journals definitely ask for the data. I'm reiterating, I'm not talking about those journals who publish the paper in 24 hours. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about those journals who take at least 2, 3 months time in review, and the good journals always are demand for data. They ask for data, and you have to upload the data on their repository. And at any point of time, if journal feels the data was cooked, it was manipulated, they can retract your paper, they can reject it. Even if this may happen after 4, 5 years, or it may happen after 10 years, right? Recently, I have seen some LinkedIn posts where journals publicly apologizing for retracting the paper which was published 7, 8 years before.
Yes, sir.
And they immediately rejected the paper for data manipulation, cooking the data, unethical use of the data. And AI also poses that challenge. If data is not collected, if data is manipulated, data do not have a significant evidence that creates problem for the student, the scholar, or academic. So journals may refuse to accept it, right? Even recently, I'm telling you, journal has asked me an ethical approval from the respondent. Whether you have taken approval from respondent that they are ready to fill the survey. Most
Oh,
of the time, we just circulate the Google Docs to everyone, anyone, and we request the people to submit the question. No, it will not.
sir, another participant is asked how
Yeah.
to write an acknowledgement if using AI for image generation in papers.
No, journals do not accept that AI generated content, but if it is a, but for this you have to read the journal policy on AI on their website. Every journal have the AI policy. If you search AI policy of on Springer, now let me explore. So you will see that what they uh, allow, what they do not allow, and they do have editorial policy also. So when you see what is important as a journal, so AI is as important like this. Let me share with you. This is an important question. Let me give you the
Yes, sir.
evidence.
Another participant has asked.
Please confirm. Please confirm if my screen is visible.
Okay, sir. So, which is the best AI tool to decrease plagiarism?
Uh, I will not recommend the tool as such, but I'll say that there are several tools. Turnitin is one who helps you to detect that, the similarity. And one of the software called Authenticate, which is used by TopJet. So there are two softwares I'm telling you. One is Turnitin and is Authenticate. They are really helpful for the scholar, for faculty. Before they submit any paper to any journal, they should check once the paper. Please confirm if my uh, screen share is visible to you. AI, right? I'm talking on AI authorship. What is the question? So AI authorship, right? So every publisher has a guidelines on AI now because they consider it a threat to the critical thinking, right? You see this AI authorship, right? So LLM such as GPT do not currently satisfy our authorship criteria. Shiva, please confirm it is visible to to you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So I'm highlighting this line. So it is self-explanatory. Large language model like ChatGPT do not satisfy authorship criteria. It means if your paper is written through LLM model or AI tool, this paper will not pass the review process. Immediate rejection will happen. Immediate.
Okay, sir.
AI use or for AI assisted purposes does not need to be declared.
This webinar is being recorded.
So people can take little assistance from AI tool in copy editing, means grammar check, spelling check, tone check. We can do it for improvement, but it should not be the major one. It should not be used, but do not include. Simple line is mentioned. Do not include autonomous content creation. General will not. In all cases, there must be human accountability for the final version of text and agreement for the author that reflects their original work. So publishers are very, very clear. They will not accept any chat GPT generated papers. Springer. So I'm taking just for reference. Springer is very clear. Springer is the top publisher. Generative AI images, right? So just look at the images part also. There are certain exceptions too. In what conditions images can be accepted. So the people who are asking the question that whether AI generated images can be taken, they should read the guidelines first. Whichever. And these guidelines will be different for different publishers. Emerald will be very different. Springer is having different. So you should read first before you apply any image in your paper, in your, it may be a legal issue. It may be legal issue. So fast moving area of generative AI image creation has resulted in global legal copyright and research.
Okay, sir.
That's a problem. That's a problem. As publishers, we strictly follow existing copyright law best practices regarding publishing ethics. So while legal issues relating to AI generated images, video remain broadly unresolved, Springer nature thus are unable to permit its use for some. Springer has a clear-cut line. Springer will not permit use of generative AI. So we should avoid. And most of the publishers will not allow you to adopt generative AI because generative AI images do not have authentic source from where it has been captured or where it has been captured. So when you create the image, many times publisher asks write a credit line created by authors when they publish the final paper. Author's own work, Emerald, this Emerald word I'm telling you. So Emerald always asks a credit line for figure, for table, and you have to write as author, it is created by me. Author's own work, even if the data is generated using SPSS. So author's own work using SPSS. Author's own work using smart. They want this credit line for each table, each figure now. So when you download any recent paper from Emerald, you will see this line, author's own work. So it's very true. Humans have to take the responsibility. Authors have to take the responsibility of the public. Otherwise, that go in copyright and research integrity is a problem. There are certain exceptions, so exceptions can be also followed. AI used for peer reviewers, right? Ethics. There are complete guidelines on website, journal policy. People should use this. Read before. I hope I'm satisfying the answer.
Sir, one participant has asked, has UGC specified any limit of AI content?
UGC already thrashed out their journals. There is no journals by UGC now. I think you people are aware
Sir,
of it.
have they specified any limit of AI used content?
ICSSR has. ICSSR, I told you the format of research proposal content. They have specified less than 10%.
Less than 10%.
Yeah, because UGC and ICSSR, UGC as such do not have any specific regulation on this, but ICSSR has the regulation. When you submit any proposal to ICSSR, your connecting report has to be uploaded, submitted with less than 10.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, but UGCs do not have any journal list, so UGC is not taking any interest in it. UGC का कोई journal अब नहीं है मार्केट में. UGC ने अपना लिस्ट विड्रॉ कर लिया है मार्केट में. तो जो फील दैट कि UGC का कोई लिस्ट एग्जिस्ट करता है, UGC का कोई जर्नल अब एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है. UGC ने अपने ऑफिस ऑर्डर में ये रिलीज कर दिया है कि वो अपना पीयर रिव्यू जर्नल का विड्रॉ कर रहा है. ये इनिशियली कुछ साल पहले उन्होंने अपना दे हैव लॉन्च पीयर रिव्यू जर्नल, वो उन्होंने सब विड्रॉ कर दिया. दे डू नॉट एंडोर्स एनी रिव्यू जर्नल, यूजीसी नहीं करता. तो अब नाउ दे हैव लेफ्ट ऑन द ऑथर. जब ऑथर ने डिसाइड करना है कि वो कहाँ छापना चाहता है, व्हाट दे वांट टू पब्लिश, यूजीसी विल नॉट टेक एनी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी. बिकॉज यूजीसी में ऐसा था, देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम दैट देयर वाज सो मेनी जर्नल्स हु वर पेड जर्नल्स. Those who were taking 1,500 rupees and next day you were seeing the paper is published. Overnight publications were happening. Right? There are problems. It's not that UGC is a problem. There are a lot of problems that exist. So UGC has withdrawn the entire list of care list. I'm sure you were aware of UGC care list. It has changed the market. Right? They have withdrawn. I hope it is over now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
believe I have addressed questions of the participants.
Yes, sir. To the most of the extent, they have been answered, sir.
Yeah.
Participants, we will have another session by Dr. Ashish Gupta, sir, on Wednesday. So we can have his, you can be an audience, you should be there in the audience then also. Thank you so much, sir. Priyanka, you can give your vote of thanks to sir.
On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed speaker for delivering such an insightful and thought-provoking session. We are truly thankful for your time, effort, and expertise you invested in making this session both engaging and informative. It has undoubtedly added great value to our academic community. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice discussion. I hope the discussion will help the scholars to understand the nitty-gritty of AI, and we should use it. There is no fact we should use it, but we should use it with caution. Thank you so much.
Sure,
Good night.
sir.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.